Welcome to Shivering Timbers Dojo. Tonight we're going to continue our deep dive into Tedori Jujitsu Green Belt, Tip 6. So tonight we're going to do from the elbow, the shoulder, and the head. So the elbow is the counter to a handshake, which is essentially the same as what we just saw in Tip 5, the counter to interrogation. The principles are the same. We're also going to do a defense against a one-handed push, with a little extra stank on it, and then defense against a two-handed front choke. The one-handed front choke is really easy to get out of. Two-handed front choke is not much more difficult, but you do need a little more leverage. We'll show you how to get that. So we're going to start with the elbow technique is from a handshake because they put pressure on our elbow, and we'll learn how to get out of that. From the elbow and with a cap, we're going to do akushu garami hayazushi. Like before, she's just going to be right here and do the cat thing because whatever. Hi, Willow. All right. So from the handshake, we learned this counter in two different styles that I teach of the akushu garami. Right to here. This is a terrible place to be. She can pull down here and put pressure on here. Quickly. This is not a place you want to be. So put pressure. So I step forward and I turn this into the interrogation. Now, just like before, she tries to pull out of interrogation and I pull back and get the yubinage. If it doesn't work, her arms come out automatically. I come in, I bump, set here, hand on head throw. There we go. Adjust the mic, we'll go to the other side. Just in case we do shake left-handed. Again, I step in and push in, pull this out, and get around to right here. She's, too strong. Here, up to here, into here, and right to there. All right, let's talk about what I'm doing and why. Once again, when I did this, the short version, people are like, oh, that's not going to work. I'm like, okay. Let's talk about what we're doing and why. It's a counter we teach. The akushu garami is super useful. They've already got a hand. I want to punch her. She's going to stop me by getting a strike on my face, turning away, and doing this. And again, by pulling down on my hand and crushing it. Like, she's pulling down here. She's pulling that in against and put the pressure right there. Now, this is a bad place for me to be in. If I try to fight, all she's got to do is crank. Yeah, that's so fighting with muscle is a bad idea. I should fight with position. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to step in as she pulls this thing right there. That's the Tai Sabaki right there, stepping through. At the same time, I get her to release that grip by pushing forward on the elbow, and I circle in. You'll notice what I don't do is come in here and pull out and come in. I'm free, sure, but I've lost control of the situation. I want control. That's why I'm doing it this way. So as I push in and push in here, I'm keeping control of this arm, and I turn my whole body versus her one joint. I'm probably going to be stronger. But if she stands up and pulls right here, this is where we go to yubinage. Yubinage is an excellent throw from here because I just literally put my hands here. Now, ostensibly what I want to do, I want to put my fingers right behind the collarbones, right there in those nerves. It is just an incredibly painful spot. So, yeah, it's a nerve grab. Do the same nerves work on everybody the same way? No. But I've never met a person that didn't react at all to that. And it's not that the nerves, as I come around here, it's not that the nerves are what is doing the job for me. It's I've got the nerves just to make trouble. It's the pulling back in that. Watch those hands. Those hands are going to come out. As I pull back here, I may just get the throw. But if I don't, her hands are out. So here, boom, hands come out, which is exactly what I want. Because if I didn't get the throw, I've got this arm, and boom, push this. If she's too strong and I can't do it, fine, pull back. And again, When we come in, we pull back because that means they're going to push forward. And if they push forward, they've done the work for me. The whole idea of this is to use their motion to break their kazushi. Let them break their own kazushi. Let them break their own balance. Again, so as before, hand here, step in and push. And I never let her get away, but oh, it's too much. She's fighting it. Fine. I'm gonna do once where I just do the throw. As we've said it over and over again, when we do this stuff, we might very well come to this, and this works. That's orange belt. The first move might work. And as it happens, Yubitori is a pretty useful throw. I can make it work. But if it doesn't work, if the Yubitori didn't happen, now that arm's right where I want it. Boom, my entire body versus this one joint. It didn't work, so I put it here, then back and forward, and take her with that throw. Let their balance throw themselves. That's the goal. What if you got to muscle it? Okay, yeah, nothing's ever pretty when you do it in real life. With resistance, it just, prettiness goes away. We want effectiveness, though. So we're going to do one from a little more combat speed. You go ahead and pop me in this lock, and I'm going to get out. To here, to here. Didn't work. Boom. Here. There we go. Throw the mic with her. I like this mic. It just doesn't stick on the geese very well. Not the white one. So, big takeaways. Use your position. Use your push. Don't let that arm go. And you can get this thing in there, but if you can't, and if it comes up, hit the nerves, hit the throw. Doesn't work, arm's going to come out anyways. Bump the arm. They want to bend it. Fine, let them. Pull them back. They're going to push forward. Take the leg and throw. Good job. From the shoulder, this is katate osu, hayatori. So this is the single hand push defense with extras. All right, so single hand push. Now let's do it from the right hand first so I can show. All right, so if they're doing one hand, they might push you to the side. Really, this is useful if they're trying to come up and really right in the middle of the sternum and just blow me back, right? Blah, right? So the way we make this work is in orange belt, we threw. We'll go ahead and throw you from this one. Step back so you got room. There we go. When she comes in, that's the throw. Like quick, fast, in a hurry. I can get to that knee. But what if it doesn't work? That's what green belt's all about. So she's come in. I've caught. I've pulled. They're strong. Oh, goodness. She's so big and strong that she pulled me right back up. Well, don't let go. You've got a hand on her. So as she pulls this hand back, good. Take it right into here. I can choke. However, if it doesn't work, they're trying to get out. I circle around here and right to here. Do the shoulder bridge. Other side. Just like that. Push. Now I'm trying to pull. This is basically the way the throw works is a one-handed version of judo's uki-otoshi. Not Danzonu's uki-otoshi, but judo's uki-otoshi. One-handed, boom, you can get enough of a kazushi to make them come down. So they're probably going to step hard, but if they don't and they come up and pull you, fine, let them and come with them. Right to here. Now this is a useful standing choke. But if you can't get it, drop the mic, you get the shoulder bridge. Here. All right. I have to put up with this thing being a pain. Oh well. So this works okay if they hit you. Like if they've got that right here, you can get the grip from there. It also works if you were smart and worked in the Ida and saw them coming and stepped and pulled with the whole thing like that. But it still didn't work. They're getting back up. So if you pull, and they get back up, grab onto them again. Keep control so you can step in and wrap this around and get your foot behind. Because you can throw from here if you have to. But if they don't let you, if they're pushing forward, that's why we get into this position, because they pushed forward, they pushed out of it. We shoulder bridge right here, we lock this up, and they're going to try to get out. The way to make this work is to make this face meet Mr. Floor. Hello, Mr. Floor. That's the easiest way to do that. So remember, as they come in, they might catch you, and that's fine if they do. If they don't catch you, my whole body's into that already. So I like that. If I can push this in. Oh, I didn't get it. She pulled up. So fine, just move through it. Let them come through it and pull to here. If this doesn't work, if you can't get it, they're just too strong, fine, they're pushing down. Let them push down. This poor Mike has such a hard time with this gate. It doesn't quite fit the edge. All right, so this is the katate single hand osu push. From the head, this is ryote, kubi, shime, hayazushi. So the double hand neck constriction, escape with many things. All right, so here she's choking me. The first thing you got to remember, if you're getting choked like this, when we got choked with one hand, we could put it up and keep it away. If she's trying with two hands, a little lower. Choke me like you mean it. It's harder because now there's two hands, so that the turn is not as useful. Okay, that's fine. If they want to come with two hands, I could punch, but see, they can raise it. So instead, I'm going to come right in the middle and I'm going to hit the hollow of the throat and really make them regret ever putting hands on me. Go ahead. As well as turtle. Like, that's the big thing. Turtle, turtle, turtle. Get your neck down. I got a big old thick neck. It's hard to choke me from here. I hit that. Once they're here, knock the hands off. 1, 2, get them away. And if they're still coming at you, turn one way, turn the other way. Now, remember the pullback choke into the other choke. So from here to push down, to pull to the side. You pull to the side to get your hand here. This is a solid choke. If they try to pull this off, you pull your hand back to your ear and then turn your body to the side, grab your own lapel, and squeeze for glory. For great justice. All right, we'll go to the other side this time. So again, we hit to here. We push, we push. We one way, then the other. Remember, knuckles there. Really, because this throat, this choke sucks when you're here. If she's standing up, she can fight this thing. Now she can't fight it. Now I'll put this in. Yeah, life is bad for her. Here, let's get this in. So, from the side to here, push down, pull to the side, slide your hand in, slide your hand back. Get them up on your hip, grab your own lapel, and as you lean back, Now, I am taller than my opponent, so leaning back works. What if you're not taller? Lean down. They won't thank you for you. So again, let's do this in real time. She's going to choke the bejesus out of me. I'm not going to let her. There we go. Okay. So one more time, real slow. As they come in and get that choke, the first thing is here to stop that.
I don't like that.
Yeah, no. And though we touch in practice, when we want to make this thing work, we push back and down, and it'll stop you. I've never met anyone who could resist that. There's a few other things I've done. Is like some big people just they're so huge, can't do it. I can stop. I've never met somebody I couldn't stop with that, or at least make them rethink what they were doing, because it's all I really need. I need them to rethink what they were doing for just a moment. Because she's choking me, right? So rethink that choke. Knock this out. Knock this out. I want to push one way because they're going to fight it. When they push and they fight it, that's when I turn. Again, I put my knuckles in the lower back right there. Get that lower back moving out right in here. Get my head to head. This is a lovely choke. If it doesn't work, they start standing up. They're fighting it. Fine. I let them stand up and I push down. I push to the side. I slide my hand into the side. Right back here, grab my own ear, turn. Grab my own lapel. Send my microphone rocketing. Now we go. Oh, and the cat's going to get it. Good job.
Steal it like a mouse.
I was hoping she was going to run back outside with it. So, assuming your cat doesn't steal your microphone, you can continue. All right. So, again, this is very simple. They've gripped you. They've grabbed you. They're holding you back. You can't necessarily headbutt. They do have some power here. So, literally just step, get yourself some room, push them off. 1, 2, if they want to keep coming at you. What if they run away? It's a lot harder when they're here and I come here and I push and they try to move away. Fine, go after them if you have to, or move the other way. If they're going that way and I can go this way, this is a better fight for me because I don't have to fight. But the person who's going to choke somebody is going to be like this. They're going to be larger than them. They're going to want to use their strength. They're not going to believe that this worked on them, and they're going to keep coming back in you. So as you come in and you hit this, they're not going to trust that that actually worked. They're going to keep coming in, and that's why you turn them into the different chokes. Remember, any one of those chokes can work. We do all 6. Why? Simply so you understand where you can go if another one doesn't work. All right, good job. That was Tedori Jujitsu Green Belt Tip 6 from the elbow, from the shoulder, and from the head. When you do this elbow one, you do have to be a little careful, especially when your uke is putting you in the initial hold. You can really mess with your elbow. However, absolutely use some resistance from that. Like, have them put you in it and feel how that bump, just like we did versus interrogation back in tip 5, same thing. Get that bump, get that arm out, and then work from there. When you're working the push down, just like an orange belt, work your throws and then work to see how do their feet look when you can't throw them. How do they, how big do they have to be to really jerk back and not let you throw them? And as that happens, as I did, use them to pull yourself back up. Don't let go of them. Jerk it down and hold on to that arm. And if they won't fall, fine. You let them pull you back up and get right there in them. And then the last one, be very, very careful with your initial strike. That thing does hurt. You can do the rest, your chokes from your standard method of practicing chokes. Again, we always, you want to give some effort into a choke. These are, hadashimes. You can put some effort into it, but again, it is choking. So be aware of your training partner. Be aware of where they're at, and listen, feel, pay attention for that tap because it happens quick. If you don't like these, well, come to class and we'll show you they do work. Other than that, y'all stay safe. Thanks.